Hello, everyone. I'm Muntaha, and I will be presenting on behalf of the editorial team. So first, I'll talk about the accomplishments for the past 2 weeks. I've had an editorial resources. I've kind of organized everything, and I've compiled a list of resources for the editorial team to connect to. We've had a lot of new volunteers, and they're kind of confused on what to do. So I think the resources board is really helpful. I've added it to our editorial team workshop, and the instead of 7, I've actually updated to 15 volunteers that are currently active. We do have 60 plus volunteers, but 15 are eager to do work and have let me know. The weekly meetings with editorial volunteers that I've been having have been really helpful. Essentially, they're workshops with anyone who is unfamiliar with writing blogs, posts for this organization, and I've had some of the volunteers who have been writing academically or scientifically in the past and have published some articles to present on their own. So we've had really nice presentations in our editorial team in our weekly meetings, and these meetings has also helped us become more connected on a personal level and just to see faces and hear voices. And it was really nice. So I've been keeping up with the weekly editorial volunteers. I've established a publication system with our web designer Naval and Nina, and we discussed ways to have our weekly blog posts published every week in a consistent manner, in a clear manner. And Naval has been working with her volunteers to kind of design workshops so her volunteers can actually publish editorial articles for her. Um, and also the onboarding volunteers part, I've noticed in the past that volunteers have had concerns in which they did not have access to many editorial tasks, projects, and some boards on Monday.com. So I've created a form just for myself to manage and see who has access to what and who still needs access, and just having everyone's email in one space. And this has really helped some volunteers who were confused on why they didn't have access to the boards. So that's it for the past 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks, I plan on compiling a list of sample blog posts. I've been hosting workshops, but I realized that because not many people take notes or detailed notes, because I do talk fast in my workshops, and we've had so many different perspectives in our workshops, I've decided to compile a list of sample blog posts, kind of showing our volunteers a guideline of what to expect. I kind of want to do this by May 26th, and this is essentially on the resources side for the volunteers, especially our volunteers that are in high school and they haven't written for professional organizations yet. I will try to create a renewed introductory video for the editorial team because we've had so many changes in regards to social media promotion and web design and publishing and just the process of editing. So I've decided to have a new video for the editorial team and omit the old video that I've made a few months ago. So this will be done by next week, hopefully. And I've also trying to create new writing prompts and instructions in doing research and resources for those videos so that my volunteers have more writing prompts and resources and research done by me, available to them. And hopefully I get this done by May 31st. We have a lot of prompts out and they've been working on it, and actually one of my volunteers has submitted her first article. So that's been going really well. They've been submitting work on time. One of the new ideas I've had is sending out a form for everyone who's gotten accepted to university or college. Basically, if anyone who's been out of high school and who's entered college, to share their personal essays or whatever essays you have to submit to get accepted to your university. If you'd like to submit this, this will be published on the PHS website. Again, I'd like to note that your name will not be included unless you'd like to include your name on our website. Your essay will remain anonymous, and submitting these essays is completely optional. You don't have to do it, but if you have been accepted to university or college, I highly recommend that you give others a chance to see what kind of essays universities and colleges expect, because there's not a lot of them out there for local community colleges and just universities that aren't Ivy Leagues. If you do an internet search, it's usually just Ivy Leagues and large universities around the world, and sometimes we don't have the majority viewpoint of what these essays should look like. All names of real people and specific places has to be changed or generalized just for the sake of privacy. And I will edit all of the essays for grammar errors, but I will not be editing these essays like I do my regular editing for PHS because the essays are completely your work and I won't change them except for grammar errors. So please be on the lookout for this on Monday.com in the incoming week when I send out a form. And if you have the time, if you can look up your essay that you submitted and submit it to us so we can publish it, it would be really helpful for students who are in high school and they're kind of stuck on what essay they can write. So that's about it for me. I'll stop my recording, but please have a good rest of your meeting and have a good day.